Welcome to Jazz. Once again, my lovely co-host, Antoinette Montague, upon her journey back from Wee Paris,
Indeed.
has decided to come back home.
Without a doubt.
We've missed you.
Oh, and you were missed indeed. Absolutely.
Good to have you back, honey.
Glad to be back.
Today we have a fabulous vocalist.
Oh, yeah. Well, beyond the category of just vocalist, is beyond the category of a definition for this particular special artist, Dee Daniels. She is all music, in my opinion, and as Duke Ellington would say, it's great when we can go beyond the category of what may be in a record bin to describe an artist, and she certainly fits that bill. Internationally acclaimed, and absolutely recordings in a variety of genres, from jazz to blues to soul jazz to R&B, just good music. I think that's what we're trying to get to on this particular program, which is it good music or not? This is excellent music today, and we're very, very fortunate to have a very dear friend of mine, Miss Dee Daniels.
No doubt. Take us, Dee.
Ain't got the change of a nickel. Ain't got no bounce in my shoes. Ain't got, oh, I ain't got no dreams that are fickle. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Ain't got no coffee that's perking. Ain't got no winnings to lose. Ain't got no dreams that are working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. When trumpets flare up, I get my hair up. I can make it come down. Believe me, Pappy, I just can't stay happy since my ever-loving baby left town. I ain't got no rest in my slumbers. I ain't got no feelings to bruise. Ain't got no telephone numbers. I ain't got nothing but the blues. When trumpets flare up, I get my hair up, and I just can't make it come down. Believe me, Pappy, I can't be happy now since my ever-loving baby left town. I ain't got no rest in my slumbers. Ain't got no feelings to bruise. Ain't got no telephone numbers. I ain't got nothing but the blues. I got me some blues.
Yes. Yes, indeed. More. More.
What does it feel like to be Dee Daniels and deliver just that way? How does it feel? What are you feeling like right now?
If this is being in heaven, that's what it feels like, being in heaven. I mean, where you are free at last, free at last. You know, thank God I'm free at last and can have this experience, this much joy, you know, this much of love, you know. God is love, and so that's my whole premise for everything I do, is to do it in love. And I mean, that takes me on so many incredible journeys, you know, just to have, it's like, let me say it this way, it's like I have, in my mind, I'm a very visual person, in my mind, I have a gigantic zipper. It starts from the top of my head, goes all the way down to the tips of my little tootsies, okay? I unzip, and I reach in, and I open up. And what I experience is this cavern of really, really white light that just whooshes, radiates out, and it dances all over the place. And what I believe is that every other person on the planet has this same cavern of light, of love. And when I so voluntarily am prepared and do unzip, that I offer everybody else in the space to do the same thing and to have that kind of experience, you know. And we dance around together. That energy dances together, and that's what it's like when I'm performing.
What was your earliest performance? The first that comes to your mental recall.
The earliest one that I remember, and I know there were some before then, was when I was 9 years old. I sang my first solo in church, and the song, it was an old hymn called Higher Ground. And I can see myself as someone viewing myself standing there, a little girl kind of singing, you know, and I can also feel, being that little girl, what it felt like at that time to sing. But that's my earliest
How
recall.
did that song go? Can we have a little tip of it?
I'm pressing on the, oh Lord, the upward way. Oh Lord, I can't even remember.
New heights I'm gaining.
New heights I'm gaining every day. Yeah.
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 Incredible.
Dee, I would like to ask you, how does that blues background infuse with that gospel transcend into jazz?
Well, you know, they're all from the same family. I don't know why people want to separate those things. Right. They're all from the same family. As far as I'm concerned, I remember thinking this way before I got into music professionally. It's just the words that are different, right, and maybe some of the chord structures, you know, but they're all related. You know, to me, music is about expressing emotions, telling stories, and expressing the emotion of those stories as you remember them or as you create them on the spot. Because as a singer, we have the blessing of the international language of music, but we also have the power of words, right?
Absolutely.
So, so I always say we're doubly blessed, as it were, right? So I take the music, that language, you know, and you know, people. I travel around the world, and people say, well, do you sing in different languages? No, I don't sing in different languages. I don't have to, because the music takes care of that. It is the language, the basis of the language. Now, the words, the story, you know, maybe people don't understand, or maybe they do, the language word, the language of the words, but it's the emotion that is attached to all those words that they get involved with, that comes out in the voice, in the melody.
I'm feeling like a little emotion right now.
Oh,
Can you bless me?
no, I can do that. I'll
Thank
do
you.
my best.
Are we really happy with this lonely game we're playing? Looking for what to say. Searching but not finding understanding anywhere. You know we're lost in this masquerade. Are we really happy with this lonely game we're playing? Looking for what to say. Searching but not finding understanding anywhere. You know we're lost in this masquerade. Both afraid to say we're too far away from being close together from the start. You know we tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Hearts of weeping disappear every time I see your eyes. No matter how hard I try to understand the reasons we carry on this way. We're lost in a masquerade. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. You know we tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Hearts of weeping disappear every time I see your eyes. No matter how hard I try to understand the lost in a masquerade. You know we're lost in this masquerade. We're lost in the masquerade. I'm so lost, lost, lost in the masquerade. You know we're lost in the masquerade.
I'm feeling you. I am
Okay.
feeling you. George Benson, look out.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you
I
very
love that
much.
rendition. What else you going to play for us?
Well, let me see.
Because you can just go wherever you want to take us.
Okay. I think I'd like to go to church here just for a few minutes.
Amen.
Okay. My humble beginnings.
Well, we air on Sunday, so it's appropriate.
Okay.
What is this? Makes me feel so good right now. What is it? Makes me wanna run on anyhow. Whatever it is, it won't let me hold my peace. What is this? Makes me act so very strange. What is it? Makes me wanna run on in Jesus' name. Whatever it is, it won't let me hold my peace. You know it makes me love all my enemies, and it makes me know how to treat all my friends. It keeps on, keeps on burning, keeps on burning so deep down within. be crying. Makes me feel rich when I ain't got a dime. Wherever it is, whatever, it won't let me hold my peace. You know it makes me love all my enemies, and it makes me know how to treat all my friends. It keeps on burning, keeps on burning, burning so deep down within us. What is this makes me love when I ought to be crying? Makes me feel rich when I ain't got a dime. Whatever it is, it won't let me hold my peace. It won't let me. It won't let me. It won't let me hold my peace. Hold my peace.
Yes, yes, yes.
Whatever it is.
Whatever.
I'm glad it won't let you hold
That's
your
right.
peace.
Thank you.
Queens,
Thank
New
you.
York, you are in an exclusive, almost like in your living room, audience here with the great Dee Daniels. Y'all give it up
Well,
again
thank
for Miss
you.
Dee Daniels.
Thank you so much.
And Dee, you just put a smile on a whole lot of angels' faces up there in heaven.
A couple
Well,
devils, too,
absolutely.
decided to get back right.
Well,
It's the ones that
no
sound...
need to get personal.
Okay.
It's just a couple of devils. Some of them it won't do a darn thing to help out. But that's all right. Maybe they'll consider the possibility of
That's all.
trying a little more.
Yeah, just a little crack is good. You
Well,
know, crack of the door.
All over the heavens, and you've been all around the globe, also in so many amazing international festivals, Vancouver International Festival. Tell me about some of your favorite festivals, the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
And as also, well, just a great artist. Sometimes we get into differentiating between women on the bandstand versus gentlemen on the bandstand, but we don't care about that. We care about the art of being great, and you are great. What are some of your favorite international festivals that you've been on?
Well, wow, there've been many around the world, but I think my most favorite was right here at home in the States, and that is the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival. I was invited to go there for the first time all the way back in '92, right? And I just thought, you know, it's at the University of Idaho in Moscow, Idaho, of all places, right? In February, no less. And when I received the invitation, I thought it was just a little regional festival where they had some, you know, schools come in and they compete in the daytime, and at night, over a 4-day period, Wednesday through Saturday, they have the professional concerts, right? And then a week before I was to go, I received in the mail, okay, because I wasn't doing email then, a program. And I realized, well, not only was Lionel Hampton going to be there, but all of these great legends of jazz.
Such as?
You know, oh man, I think that year Hank Jones was there, Ed Thigpen was there, Al Gray, oh man, just Kenny Burrell, no, not Kenny Burrell, sorry, Herb Ellis was there. I mean, there was probably 80 to 90 great musicians, and that includes
how many women band leaders were there on that particular thing? Were you probably the only one?
No band leaders.
No
okay,
band leaders.
There were three female vocalists out of 7 vocalists over the 4-day period. Now I want you to know that there's so many musicians there, and it was so well organized. It was inside the athletic dome, so there's thousands of people there, right? That people traveled that far just to do one tune sometimes in a mixed group that they would put together, assemble there, you know, so it was not necessarily complete bands coming, they were, you know, just mixed up. And on my night, which was a Thursday night, the other vocalist for that evening was Al Jarreau.
Wow.
You know, and I'm saying, oh, okay, oh my God. Now, in addition to the musicians, there were also journalists there. I met the great Leonard Feather there, Leonard Feather, Ira Gittler, and a bunch of writers, and Leonard had reviewed some of my work, right? So I get to meet all these people in person, and I was so wired, you know, that, and for some reason, the concerts, because there were so many people, would last at least 3 hours, but it's very well organized, just smooth, really. And for some reason, the organizer decided to put me and Al back to back at the very end of the concert. So people have been sitting in the audience for 3 hours, right? And I go first, but just before I go, you know, like I said, the adrenaline was so wired. People say, were you nervous? No, nervous is not in my vocabulary, because nervous is fear-based, and I'm not afraid to do what I do. I love what I do. Right. But sometimes the adrenaline kicks in, and I got a little bit too much, so I got to deal with that and get it down, you know. So I went to just a space there by myself, and people are going all around me, and I just stop. I close my eyes, and I talk to myself like I usually do in my mind. It hasn't gotten out yet, but in my mind. So I have my eyes closed, I just have a black void there, and I say, okay, Dee, what do you want to do tonight? You know, what do you want to do? There's a lot of people here that you know, a lot of people that you don't know that you're meeting for the first time, and most of the people, thousands of people out there that you will never know personally. But even all those people that you have known for a while, you don't really know, you don't know who they really are, their purpose here on the planet. But you have a source that does know. So I said to myself, what I want is to be used by that source to touch everybody here 360 degrees in a way that only the source knows they need to be touched. And the moment I said that, the word catalyst came to mind. I said, yeah, that's it. I want to be a catalyst for my source to touch all of these people here in ways that only my source knows. Now, I can call my source God, love, the universe, my higher self, or nothing. It doesn't matter, okay? Because it knows, you know. So at that moment, with my eyes closed in my black void there appeared a plumber's pipe, you know, the kind with the elbow, okay? And this was a bronze plumber's pipe. My view was from behind it, and off my screen to the top right was this light that was shining very softly, which allowed me to see the pipe. And the moment it appeared, all this happened in seconds, right? But it just takes me a few minutes to try to describe it to you. So I have this pipe, and as it appeared, liquid light from off the top of my screen comes into the mouth of the pipe, and when it comes out the other end, it's like a band of light that, like a lampshade would produce in a dark room, you know. And at that moment, I felt as though someone had just poured a big pitcher of liquid honey on me, and it just, and all of that adrenaline and stuff just went right down. And the best way I can describe that feeling is if you're looking at a Japanese painting of a little brook that's not even babbling, okay, a little brook, and on either side there are cherry trees that are in blossom, and one blossom falls down into the water, and because there's no rocks to create any disturbance, it's just carried around on this current. You know, it just swirls around, and it just goes and goes, and that's how I felt.
Wow.
And I, about this time, I could hear the announcer, you know, making my introduction, and I felt like I lifted up maybe about 6 inches off the ground. This is incredible. And I just kind of drift like that little pedal in this little stream. It felt like sometimes I was sideways, sometimes I was straight ahead, and I drifted up the stairs and right into the center of the stage. Now the stage was huge because it's inside this athletic dome. So here I am standing there in the middle of it, and I believe I was having an out-of-body experience.
Sounds like one.
Yeah, you know, because I remember kind of bits and pieces of doing my first song, which was an original composition. I went to the piano to do my second song, and Lionel Hampton was supposed to come up and play the solo on my third song. Well, I'm in the middle of my second song, and I go to take the solo, which I hate doing. I'm not a linear soloist, I'm a rhythm player. And all of a sudden, there was Lionel with his mallets, you know, and everybody who knew him, you know, somehow, for some reason, Lionel's mouth was usually open, you know, his tongue was out, you know, and he goes and takes the solo. So I said, oh, thank you, God, you know. And I finished that song and go do my third song, and the moment I released the last note of that song, I had this sensation like, and it just it kind of jolted me a little bit, you know, and then my total awareness was back, and I said, oh, then I'm shaking. Oh, okay. And all I want to do then is get way over there to the other side of the stage and get off the stage, you know. But you have to go first and get the flowers for the girls, you know. And I get over there, and there's Al Jarreau at the top of the stairs, say, Dee Daniels, go back, go back. I look back at Lionel, and he's saying, come back, come back. So I go there to the front of the stage again, and I look out, and I realize that the audience is standing up, and they're clapping.
Isn't that wonderful?
I was totally oblivious to
You
that.
missed your whole standing ovation.
Yeah, I missed it. You know, so fortunately they stayed, and you know, I bowed and got off. And to shorten the rest of the story, at the end of the evening, I went to my hotel room, and I sat on the bed, and I said, what in the world was that? What just happened, you know? 'Cause I was
being inside the dream of life.
Hey.
You know? So what is the most important thing that you've learned from all of the musical experience, life experience? What's the takeaway learning lesson for you that you'd share to any human being, artist, etc., listening in right now to process?
It's about, well, the lesson came from that story. In the end, when I assessed everything, and I mean, which took a while to get it all together, but it's choosing to be in the moment, to give with love, period. It's not about the voice, it's not about the talent, how long you've been doing it. It's choosing to be in the moment, to give whatever you have to give in that moment with love, period. That's it for me, nothing else.
Wonderful.
Nothing else.
Wonderful, Dee. I'm feeling the need to be jazzed.
Well, I just had one more curiosity. You've been invited by, I believe, or recorded with some amazing trios, from Hank Jones. I think Monty Alexander extended an invitation, and you've recorded with Monty, as well as you perform in a festival with Monty. Who were some of the other amazing, just iconic
Lord.
trios that you've gotten an opportunity to record with or work with? Just a quick rundown.
Okay, let me see if I can get this. Okay, I've been in concert with Monty many times back in the day.
Monty Alexander, right?
Yeah, and that includes the original trio, which is Jeff Hamilton and John Clayton, right? And I have a record with them. This is a collector's item now that we did back in 1986. That's how far back I go. In Belgium.
So you're confusing the audience because she looks like, you know. And,
Well, I
you
was
know.
only 2.5 then. I was
Well,
a prodigy.
see, and there you go. There you go.
But okay, the Tommy Flanagan trio, the Hank Jones trio, the Sir Roland Hanna trio, the Oliver Jones trio, and many pianists like Mulgrew Miller, who, God bless him, you know, we're praying for him right now. Kenny Barron, Bill Charlap, Tamir Hindelman. I mean, it just goes on. And then you got all the horn players, you know. Al Cohn, Al Gray, Harry Sweets Edison, Houston Person, who I've recorded 2 albums with. Just recorded a new CD. Oh, I have to tell you about this, okay? For Crisscross Jazz Records, which is a Dutch label. Right?
First woman, first
I want
singer.
to tell you, I'm so happy. They have over a 30-year history globally, and the producer, owner of that label is very particular about the combinations of musicians that he puts together. They have a huge catalog, but I am the first vocalist to record on that label in the whole history. So that
And who's on that with you?
I have Cyrus Chestnut on piano, Paul Beaudry on bass, Alvester Garnett on drums, and Eric Alexander on tenor. And that's going to be released the second half of September this year, 2013. So I'm really happy about that. You know?
I'm glad to know you. Invite me to the party, don't forget. I got your phone number.
No, you do.
The other thing is, I think you got a Kickstarter program happening too.
Right now, it just launched. Thank you for it just launched 2 days ago. And one of the other things that I really love doing, as much as I love performing, is teaching.
Yeah.
I believe in education. I believe in mentoring. I believe, as a professional person, that I have a joyful obligation to pass it on. A joyful obligation to pass it on. And so I'm going to have, I'm presenting the first Dee Daniels vocal jazz workshop. I've done workshops around the world, but this is my own workshop in Sitka, Alaska. There's a beautiful fine arts camp up there that they call me up and ask me to do this, because they have workshops of all kinds of things, not only music but dance, theater, and everything. And Sitka is a interesting community. I've been up there. They have a big jazz festival, in that they are serious about jazz. And the high schools, they go around the country and they compete in these various, you know, festivals and so forth, and they win a lot. And the whole community is jazz-minded. So I want to have to present this jazz workshop there this year. It would be July 20th through 27th, and it's open to anybody who is 16 years and above in age. And I have this Kickstarter program that just launched a couple of days ago.
How do you find it?
If you go to Kickstarter.com, type in my name, Dee Daniels, it will take you right to that page. And
you have like a short amount of time to raise $40,000 or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to raise $40,000, which would cover all of the expenses the flights, the room and board. There's a trio. I'm having a great Brooklyn, New York singer, Sharonee Wade, who is a fantastic young singer. She was the 2010 first runner-up of the Thelonious Monk vocal competition, and she also teaches at Queens College, at City University, and she does Jazzmobile, and she travels around the world. So she's helping me with the curriculum, and she's going to be there helping me teach. And then we have a trio that I'm having come in and so forth. But the Kickstarter thing, you only have 30 days, and I'm at day 27. Okay, 30 days to raise $40,000. So I would really appreciate anybody going to Kickstarter.com and making a pledge. Now, if you don't raise the whole $40,000 or whatever the goal amount is, you get nothing. So if I don't raise it, it's all
So you
done.
say you're at day 27?
I'm at 27.
I have 3 days in?
3 days in. I have 27 more days to get
days.
this together, right? And now, one of the practices of Kickstarter is for the people raising money is to offer rewards, or what are there, and those are thank yous, levels of thank you depending on your level of contribution, which starts at $10, by the way, and goes up to $7,500. And there's all of the levels in between 10, 25, 50,
So
75.
you take him with you for $7,500?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people will give you some money quick just to get him out of town. Most of the crew here will they'll start, I see everybody reaching in their wallet now just to get him out of town.
But he seems like such a nice man.
He really is, but they're ready for him to take a vacation. So it's Kickstarter, and what are some of your rewards that you give
Some of the
him?
rewards are, they range from signed digital autographs to mailing out signed hard copies of mine and Sharonee's CDs. You'll be one of the first to receive a copy of the brand new CD coming out in September. We have complimentary entry into any performance that I do anywhere in Canada and the United States. And the same goes for Sharonee. Some of the rewards are downloads of various CDs of mine. Also, I'm putting together a special compilation CD downloadable of songs that I have recorded for broadcast places around the world that nobody has. One of the songs on that, by the way, is a song that I co-wrote with my friend John Clayton for me and Joe Williams to sing together for broadcast and for live performance in Germany. Nobody's heard that. Okay,
great.
Yeah, and so just little things like that, very unique, special things. If there's also, I'm giving vocal lessons that you can take yourself or gift, to someone you know. That goes up. There's various levels of that, and Sharonee is doing the same thing, and I'm doing this for both Canada and the U.S. So, because sometimes I'm in Canada, and let me see. Oh my goodness.
So they can go and check that out.
Having dinner
Okay.
with myself or lunch,
Are you
and
cooking?
I will pay.
Because he might actually give you some money.
Absolutely.
I want to see the list of people inviting themselves for dinner, and I'll give you the hey, what's up, if it's somebody we recognize.
And I believe this
and to
woman.
charge them more, for sure.
Make them pay instead of me paying, right?
Well, Well, anyway, we're ready for some more jazz music. Give us something else that you got. What you got in the pot over there for us?
Okay,
What
let
you
me
gonna
see.
cook?
One of my most favorite of the male jazz singers happens to be Tony Bennett, and I remember. Okay, I'm gonna date myself just a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna hypnotize everybody so they forget about it, okay? Worldwide. I remember when I was a kid watching television, and Tony Bennett was a guest on, and he did Who Can I Turn To? And that song, way back then, resonated with me, and it was way after I got into music professionally that it came back in my mind. I think I heard a rendition of his again, and so I said, I'm adding that to my repertoire.
Let's hear it.
You okay? But now I have to warn you that I've messed with it just a little tiny
No
bit.
warnings, no warnings, no warnings. Just hold on.
Well, I always maintain
Buckle in.
the original
Buckle.
integrity of the
Ah.
song.
Who can I turn to when nobody needs me? My heart wants to know, and so I must go where destiny leads me. With no star to guide me, and no one beside me, I'll be on my way. And after the day, the darkness will hide me. And maybe tomorrow I'll find what I'm after. I'll throw off my sorrow, beg, steal or borrow my share of laughter. With you I could learn to, with you on a new day. But who can I turn to if you turn away? Oh, and maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll find what I'm after. I'll throw off my sorrow, beg, steal, or borrow my share of laughter. With you, I could learn to. You want a new day, but who can I turn to if you turn away? Oh, with you I could learn to. With you want a new day. I want to know who. I want to know who. Somebody tell me. I want to know who can I turn to if you. If you turn away,
Just beautiful, Dee.
Absolutely. Powerful.
We have 10 precious minutes left.
Okay.
I can honestly just sit here and listen to you sing forever.
You got another I think, opportunity for people to come and see you live in the metro area. What and when?
I do. The first is going to be June 2nd at Smoke. And Smoke is located on Broadway between 106th and 105th. And I'm going to be there with my own quartet. And it'll be a part of a month-long celebration of the music of Miles Davis. So I'm altering my program to just do songs that Miles made famous, you know, some vocal versions and I'm really looking forward to that, you know, to do a full program of his. And I have a terrific band, Carlton Holmes on piano, Paul Beaudry on bass, Alvester Garnett on drums, and I've invited Tanya Darby, my girl Tanya, who is a lead trumpet player with the Diva Jazz Orchestra, and I said, hey, to have that much female power on the stage in one time will be really nice. So really looking for June 2nd. You're going to come?
We will be there.
Okay, now.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody heard that?
And to close us out, since Miles is my all-time favorite, I would like for you to give us a little Miles, if you would be so kind.
Well,
she's got one more place that you're supposed to tell us about that you got working too.
That's right.
What's the other second one?
Yeah, sorry about that. June 28th at the library in Brooklyn, the Empire State College is having the postponed celebration of Black History Month, because on the date we had originally in February, I think was the big snowstorm, so we had to cancel. Okay. So they're making up for that.
And what date is that?
That's
again?
on June 28th.
And what's the location?
It's at the Brooklyn Library.
And at what time?
The reception begins at 6 o'clock and the program begins at 7.
All on your website, which is?
All on my website, which is my name, Dee Daniels, D-E-E Daniels.com. So it's www.ddaniels.com. DeeDaniels.com.
What is your favorite word?
Yes.
And your least favorite?
No.
Take us home with something from the Miles catalog.
Well, let me see. I don't know if I can do that, because what people need to know is I'm not really a pianist. I'm a singer. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something else. Is that okay? Okay.
Do anything that you want to. Just take us on.
Okay, I'll be happy.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you so unkindly, but darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me, baby. Can you see through me? We're alone, and I'm singing this song to you. You taught me precious secrets of the truth, withholding nothing. You came out in front when I was hiding. Don't come together, listen to the melody. My love is in there hiding. Love you in a place where there's no space or time. I love you for my life. You're a friend of mine. When this life is over, were alone, and I was singing this song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you.
And now a beautiful ending to a beautiful show. Dee Daniels.
Absolutely. One of the finest on the absolute planet. You can't put that in a small little box and call it any one particular thing. We just call it, well, beyond category and real art.
You must come back and see us again.
Anytime.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Dee Daniels, world class.
Thank you, darling.
We thank you so very much for viewing us today. And as you can tell, Antoinette and I have been mesmerized
Absolutely, absolutely.
by this angelic voice.
Absolutely, and just the spirit and energy. She has been the teacher of many of the greats that are outside of category and a great influence. So we're glad that you were with us on Jazz TV. Hopefully, you will check us out Sunday and Monday.
Absolutely. Have a good night.